Hi everyone, and welcome to my first playthrough of the North American Bayonetta 2 demo on the Wii U. Let's check it out. Okay, so Bayonetta 2, a bit of a controversial game. It was announced as a Wii U exclusive back in, I believe it was 2011 when the Wii U was first announced. Caused quite a bit of a stir. Folks who played Bayonetta 1 on the PS3 and 360, I think felt slighted a bit, and I don't blame them, but I wouldn't blame Nintendo or Platinum Games for that. I would blame Sega. But anyway, so, we're here, and the demo's out, and the full game is out in Japan, got great reviews. I don't know how it's doing. I know that the first 2 or 3 day sales weren't all that great, and I know that made, a bunch of news sites, but hopefully it does well. And so I'm very excited about this game, especially after playing the demo. I've admittedly not finished the first game. I have it on 360, but after playing this demo, I'm definitely going to go back and play it in preparation for this game. Something about this just clicked with me. This right here, very similar to the first game, does a tutorial where you can kind of mess around with combos, learn how to evade, and then which slows things down. This is all very critical in keeping your combos going and getting the best rankings. I was only able to get a gold ranking on my playthrough here, and I think you can get platinum, and so that will take some time. Unfortunately, as with all demos, or most demos on Nintendo's eShop, they for some reason limit you and limit the number of times you can play the demo. For Bayonetta 2, it's only 15 times that you can launch it. So if you want to keep working on your combos and master the content of the demo, my suggestion is to just keep your system on and don't quit out before you run out of playthroughs. So just a quick little hint there. And so this is the first section of the game. Pretty straightforward stuff. You're fighting lower level enemies, so this is just kind of getting you comfortable with the combo system, evading, getting used to the witch time. But man, if you look at the backgrounds and what's going on while you're fighting these guys on top of this ship, it's pretty impressive. The Wii U is often criticized as being a system that can't really hang with modern consoles, and I don't know, I'm looking at this, and it's pretty damn good. So I'm very impressed with it. It runs at a fairly, I think, rock solid 60 frames per second, and there's a couple times I noticed, especially coming up in the boss fights, where it does stutter a bit, but I mean, for the amount of stuff that's going on the screen, the amount of geometry in the background, and just the pace of everything that's going on, I think it's really impressive. And there's the kind of bit of light reflections on the ship, and a lot of stuff going on. These are kind of cool, these little torture finishers. And but yeah, like I was saying earlier, the combat in this game is something that just really feels good. And I think the tutorial part that you saw earlier, I skipped through most of it, but I did spend a fair amount of time just getting used to the combos and timing of juggles and things of that nature. And so by the time I got to this part, it felt pretty good. And that's I think that's kind of a rarity when it comes to action games. I'm not the best action game player. God of War, I'm not very good at that game, although I've only played the first game in that series. Some reason that series isn't that interesting to me, but this one is. And so the fact that this one, I guess, captured me so much just in its first few minutes has me really interested in checking out the rest of what Platinum has done. And I do have the wonderful 101 for the Wii U, although I have yet to play it. But yeah, if this is any indicator of the quality of games that they make, then hey, I could be a fan for life. So this is all really, really cool. There's been a lot of talk about how women are portrayed in games, and is Bayonetta over sexualized. And I'm watching this, and you see her clothes, which I believe is made out of her hair. It comes off her body whenever she does certain attacks, and later on, it's a little more prominent. But I don't know. The way I see it is, that's part of her design, and she kind of embraces it, and she's just a total badass. And so I like that about her. She's super confident. The dialogue that she has throughout this demo is pretty funny, and it smacks of, it feels like the 80s action movies where it was just a bunch of flaunting and one-liners and stuff like that. So I really like it, and I think she's a great character. And I actually didn't really think much of whether she had too little clothes on, or were the moves too sexual or anything like that. I just thought she was a cool design, and the stuff that's going on in this game is just really, really fun, and just over the top. I mean, seriously, she has guns for high heels, and that's all part of her design that just makes her really cool. So those are my thoughts on that. I probably won't say too much more about it, and I do want to focus more on the content of this demo. And so, as you saw on that train, I think I only got a silver in that first section, and so this is where you fight that boss and take him out. So, as you've seen, I've started to get used to getting into witch time, and it's key in seeing when enemy attacks are going to come at you. There is either a audio telegraph, or they will do something to show that they're about to do an attack, and you can do these combo finishers with your partner. Pretty cool. It just, everything just looks really good. Great effects, nice lighting effects, overlays, and again, you're not just floating on this platform with maybe just some basic clouds in the background. I mean, there's a lot of detail in these environments, and again, it's all super fast, 60 frames per second. In terms of the frame rate, they do have these cutscenes that appear after you beat a boss, or between sections, and those are only 30 frames. And I don't know if the level of detail on the models is any better or whatnot, but it is slightly jarring that it goes from 60 in gameplay to 30 for the cutscenes. And so, not sure what the choice was there. Maybe it was a bit of a way to telegraph to the player that, hey, this is a cinema, don't really have to worry too much. But during the cinemas, you have these quick time events, and so you still have to be paying attention. So it kind of signals that, hey, a section is over, but you still need to be ready to press buttons or spin the analog stick. And so I got gold on that second section. And heading into third, and this is just, it's hilarious. This game is so awesome. It's I was just laughing playing it. It's, you think that last boss was maybe the end of the demo, but then it moves on to this guy, who I believe is supposed to be your ally, but you end up having to fight him. And so there's a quick cinema here of your partner's, I don't know the lore or story of Bayonetta, but so it looks like her spirit is being taken, and that makes you angry. And so now it's time for you to put that monster back in its place. And I do like another part of Bayonetta's design that I like is the short hair. It looks good on her. She had the long hair in the first game, but here they redesigned her a little bit, and she just looks really good. So scaling this building and fighting this monster, it looks really good. It's crazy to think that it was only 20 years ago that we were playing on the PlayStation 1, and it's ugly polygons, stretching textures, and bad draw distances and everything, and this is what we're playing today. And it's all real time, gorgeous, and it's mind-boggling to think that we've come this far. And what are games going to look like another 20 years from now. I mean, I hope they blow us away just as much as this game is blowing me away today. It's just insane to look at. Really cool graphics, and yeah, I just love the over the top nature of it. It's super kinetic, and I have pretty bad carpal tunnel in my hands, and this game definitely made my fingers tingle and go numb. There's a lot of fast button presses that are necessary, and yeah, it will if you have the same problem, this will exacerbate them. So yeah, this is just really cool. Climbing to the very top of this building, there's crazy weather, and again, you can just see so far into the backgrounds of the city. The light flare from the sun. It's buildings just getting destroyed. Really, really cool. Ah, man, it's been a while since I felt this much excitement for a game, and especially the visuals and just the pace of the action. Earlier this year I played the Batman Arkham games and really praised the combat system in those titles, and it is good. They are really good. They're really fun. They feel super fluid, but this just, man, it makes those feel pretty pretty slow. And I think if I went back and went back to play Origins or Arkham City, it would feel really slow and maybe a little boring. Whereas this is just super entertaining, not just from a gameplay perspective, but from a presentation one as well. And so here's where you finish things off and put them back. And so actually I thought this was going to be a little more over the top. You kind of capture him right here, gets wrapped up in the hair, and goes back. So looks pretty good, but I'm like, oh, it kind of ends quickly compared to some of the other ones. And here you are with your sweet gun high heels, and there's your partner. Kind of Devil May Cry-ish. And so I got a gold on that one. And yeah, so I think overall I got gold, and I'm going back. I'm going to go back and try for a platinum. Much like fighting games, my combos tend to be the area where I am the most deficient. And yeah, see, I only got a bronze for my combo score. Silver for time, and gold and damage. So hopefully on my next playthrough or so, I'll be able to platinum, if not the entire thing, at least one or two of those sections. So hope you enjoyed this, and I am getting this day one. Thanks for watching.